everybody, John Good here. Good evening, greetings from Gore, Virginia. The local time here is 6:57. Today is Thursday, December 1st, 2016. We are on our way to Moorefield, West Virginia, which is 46 miles from here. I've never went to Moorefield this late of the day, but then again, I've never been to Moorefield on Thursday either. Got about an hour to get to Moorefield. We have 7 hours and 28 minutes available to drive. So that shouldn't be a problem. So by now you guys have seen the December surprise, right? The nasty surprise. Thank God I got that thing going. Well, the plan is we're gonna go and check in, drop the trailer, and then bobtail out of the facility, and then come back tomorrow morning. The beauty about this place is that if you drop your trailer, they'll actually load it for you. They'll use their yard jockey and back it into the door for you, load it up. And when you come back, all you gotta do is hook up to it. Yeah, I remember a few years ago that I had a conversation with the Lord, and I said, Lord, would it be great if Oprah Winfrey would be saved and she could be used to spread your word? I mean, after all, she's got what, million followers. And I thought, Lord, you could use her to reach out to more people. You know what the Lord, the Holy Spirit said to me? The little voice of the Lord said, look at through the history of time. Since when do I use rich and powerful people to spread the gospel of the Lord? Look at who started it, John the Baptist, who lived out in the wilderness eating honey and locusts. Look at Jesus Christ, a lowly carpenter. Look at all his disciples, fishermen, tax collectors. I believe what was his name? Apostle Paul was a tanner, and I believe there are a few tent makers. Did you know that the tax collectors back in the day of Israel were considered, if you remember in World War I and II, there were German collaborators. There were Jews themselves who worked for the Nazis. And they were hated by the Jewish people. They were considered traitors. Well, that's what tax collectors were. See, tax collectors worked for Rome. They actually sold franchise. Let's just say you were a senator or some politicians in Rome. You bought a franchise to tax somebody wherever, and then you sold that tax to somebody for a little price, and then the tax collectors were basically, they were loan sharks, or they were the muscles. If you didn't pay up, they'll beat you. And they didn't exactly just receive a certain amount of tax. They received whatever they wanted. It was highway robbery. So the tax collectors in the Bible were hated people. And I can't seem to remember who the tax collector was among the apostles, but basically of all the apostles that moved the word of the Lord, they were the unlearned, uneducated. They were broke. They were not famous. I asked my pastor about that. I said, why wouldn't the Lord use, rich, famous people? The word would get out faster. Well, one of the reasons was so that the people can see that the power of the Lord working, not the power of the man. It was in the Bible that the politicians or the Romans said, and not the Romans, the Jewish high priests and religious people, they were amazed of how the apostles knew so much about the law of the religion itself, when they were never properly taught. So they concluded that it had to be God's work, God's power working through them. So anyway, back to Oprah. How many of you out there have somewhat prayed or fell, victim to that way of thinking? That if this and that would just be saved, use their famous status to spread the gospel, and God doesn't need powerful people to work his work, to work his work. He just wants somebody willing to do it. And I think the very, very basic thing of being a disciple of the Lord, or an apostle, would be, well, not an apostle, a follower or a seed sower, would be humility. I love running through here. I love running through this kind of terrain, scenery at night. Man, this brings back a lot of memories when I was younger. I would just ride my motorcycle out in the mountains somewhere. told that there's actually a Walmart up in Moorefield. I've never seen it. It must be, instead of making a left turn to Moorefield, possibly go right. I even saw a sign up there that says Ponderosa. I've never been under that overpass, so it's got to be that way a little bit. Well, it turns out that it's the Filipino party, Christmas party. This, I think it's Saturday. That's why I'm kind of hoping to get loaded early tomorrow. think it's possible that they're able to reach 22,000 subs before the end of the year. Man, that would be so cool. I think right now it's like, wait, it's 20. Yeah, 21,000 right now, right? I don't know why I'm thinking 27. All right, welcome to Wardensville. Oh, they got Christmas trees up here now. I'd like to say hello to Terry Lafayette, Terry Huntress, and Terry Barnes, the Three Musketeers. The Terry Musketeers, there you go. "43 degrees up here." Can't climb this hill a little bit better than last time. Nope. Can't do it. Alright, we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Johnny Be Good here. Have a good and godly day. beast.